oh, this is just not working. I just cannot do this. No, negative. Get the fuck out. Next, please. Find me a new man. I said, anybody want to place a bet? Hashtag that bird saying, you the reason they out here doing what they doing. Yes. Right. I do not shame you. I honestly forgive you. And that has made me. Good morning. And I already let you know that I'm coming with the rants. And at the moment, I'm a little irritated. I don't know too much about the iPhone. I'm an honest person. I don't. And I'm working it out and all of that good stuff. But I can't access my videos and things to upload all my other rants and stuff. You gotta excuse the kid. It's been a long haul. And I gotta deal with children up my butt 24/7 because I already told you, and I really don't want to get into the whole story right now. I'll give you bits and pieces as we go, but this ain't to bash nobody. It's pretty much just a rant, get it off my chest, just to get it gone because I have to get these thoughts and feelings up off of me because I can't move on. I can't move forward, move backwards. I can't get my life together, and all I want to do is raise my kids. That's it. And like today, I discovered some facts that so I can't get rid of the kids. They done been through the most too, and everywhere I turn, they just gotta be sitting up under me, nitpicking, just poking, just they don't understand. They babies. And of course, with this COVID-19 going on, it's not like I even have the choice of putting them in a daycare. Like people keep telling me, put them in daycare and go. No, that's not the right thing to do. Like that's just not what you do, especially when you doing things you ain't got no business doing. You don't just throw kids in daycare and then beat them when they tell your business and throw them in school and then you have to tell them to be liars and you don't do things like that to kids. You treat them right so they don't have no story to tell later. And now I'm to the point where everybody in my family is coming back and telling me the things that they did to us as kids was wrong. And the big one, my father wanted to come apologize and he wants to get it right. He wants to help with his grandchildren to make amends and make things go right. And I'm just like, what? I wasn't special enough. I wasn't important enough. But I thank him because he went and told my kid's dad one day. First day he actually met him, he told him, I wish I had got it right. I wish I had stuck around. I wish I had paid attention. I wish I had gave a fuck how special my kids were. And now here we are 3 years later and still I can't breathe without my kids. I thought there was something wrong with me because I was honestly considering going to my doctor and asking my doctor to give me the paperwork that they give you for the therapy animals. I was going in there and asked for 3 copies, 3 sets of that paperwork so I could fill out one for each of my children and however many more I have to where you can't charge me extra to bring them my therapy session. I can't go anywhere without them. Like, yeah, sometimes I do want to go places without them. Don't get me wrong, but I am not. I can't be myself without them. I cannot breathe if I don't know exactly what they're doing, how they're doing, what they're feeling, how they're feeling. I can't. Like, I honestly cannot exhale. I cannot inhale to the fullest. I cannot breathe without my children. I cannot imagine how people go through life and don't even know their kids. I cannot imagine not knowing my own children. I can't. I cannot imagine a day. I can't, and it's not even because of how nosy I am. It's not nothing about that. It's more like I care too much. I care what you doing to mine. I care what you saying to mine. I care how you treating mine. Because in the blink of an eye, you can do something that's irreversible. In the blink of an eye, something can happen that I cannot fix. I cannot take them to a therapy session and have that part smoothed over, buffed, as my granny calls it, which she had to do for me for a very long time, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that has to go on, and I realize how hard it is, especially taking on one child, but to take on three at the same time. I'm now understanding some of the dynamics of the situation, but the point is that's neither here nor there. The shit that happened to me, I was abused, period. As a kid, as an adult, up until last month, I was abused every single day by pretty much everybody in my life. It doesn't matter who you are. Thank you for the push to make me want to be a better person. I don't mind it. No, I don't shame any of you for anything you ever did. It doesn't matter what you did to me. I do not shame you. I honestly forgive you. And that has made me make so many decisions in my life as to what I can and cannot, will and will not do. All of you guys' decisions to do something to harm me in any kind of way, mental, physical, emotional, sexual, it doesn't matter. You caused me to make a very informed decision. You caused me to search for information to figure out what exactly I am dealing with. You caused me to research. You caused me to draw conclusions. You caused me to use the scientific method. Things that you learn in school. I thank you for school, but school couldn't help me. School is not elementary, middle, and high. That's not what I needed. I needed higher education, higher learning. I needed the gift of what is it called? Curiosity and wisdom. That's what I needed. And I got them. And now I'm going to work everything I need out. Like I'm wondering why did I make all of these decisions? And hey, be careful what you ask for. But I've just been doing quite a few things. I've turned completely to God at this point. I'm not perfect. I don't profess to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I just want God to give me another chance to get it right. I have too many opportunities to get it right, to at least get on the path to getting it right. I just needed another opportunity to see that it's not over for me. I still have time. Even if tomorrow's the last day, I still have time today to make an effort. And that's what matters to me. Today, I can prove to God that I'm honestly wanting to make a difference tomorrow. So as long as I put forth a foot today, it'll be easier to take the next step tomorrow. I had a few definitions that I wanted to give. Let me check my notes because I've been having to take notes for myself. I just had a few thoughts this morning while I was awake at 2 a.m. with the baby. I know people have to want to be informed to be given information. So when you want to know why I'm here, I had to decide I had enough. I don't like how I was treated as a child. And people are telling me today what I endured wasn't right and they're sorry, blah, blah, blah. Only makes me question why I'm one of the last of the good ones. What I've come to figure is the kids must be a redeemer, a second chance to get better results. Like, I lived my life already. The things that happened to me have already happened. All I can do is make sure I don't inflict the same pains, the same hurts, the same faults and things onto my children. I cannot allow them to feel like it's their fault that someone else's relationship didn't work, as I'm already hearing in my home. I don't have time for that. My baby 4. What you know about it, my fault. Period. I need my kids to know that there's a better way. There's a different way. You can love, care, and respect people. And because I'm going to love, care, and respect my children, they will go on to love, care, and respect the next. I'm raising people that you ain't got to heal from. Like, you ain't got to sit around and go to therapy sessions. I'm making sure nobody's going to have to go to therapy after my kids finish therapy, you know. I'm going to have to put them in because I don't need the nightmares. I'm having to fight with kids to get them out of my bed. I'm having to go get in their bed and go to sleep. Like, I know this stuff is normal, but this is not normal. This is not normal at all. You know, I never once thought that my dad apologizing to me would make me feel better. Like, not for 5 minutes did I ever in my whole entire life think if he would just tell me he's sorry, I'd feel better. If my mom would just tell me she's sorry, I would feel better. Like, it's not gonna make me feel better. It's not gonna make me feel better at all. Like, I could care less at 22. I could care less. Like, I'm not pressed. If that's how you feel, if that's what you wanted. I'm not saying that everybody wanted to make the decisions that they made because my mom wasn't a bad mom. My mom is bipolar. Some people can, some people can't. Some people do, some people don't. Sometimes life gets you to a point where it hurts you bad to keep trying. Like, I'm feeling some type of way. I'm feeling what happened. Like, it hurt real bad to keep going. You give your whole entire life, everything you got to somebody. And I did it quickly to try to show a person it doesn't matter what you did in your past. I don't have nothing to do with that. Like, let's just make it right and keep moving forward. We ain't gotta even make it right. We just need to do better and move forward. But you give a person everything and they walk on you. Walk all over you and then walk out on you and leave you with them kids. It can drive you crazy. If you let it, it will drive you crazy. And then you have no choice but to walk too. Now, 3 more kids left. So, I'm putting mine in therapy today. As soon as this COVID-19 is over, as soon as all of this BS is through, as soon as they let kids back in school, these need to be in a private school. And they need to be in a therapy session right after school. Every day if I have to. Every single day if I have to. And then we're going to do these extracurricular activities and throw them in ballet, gymnastics, football, soccer, basketball. I really, really think I want to do martial arts or self-defense. But they're going to need... Every time I go out the door, somebody starts crying and asking, am I coming back? Every time I go out the door, I come back. Why would you have to ask this time if I'm coming back? I'm not just going to walk out and tell you I'll see you later. And later comes never. I ain't done it to you before. Why would I do it now? But we don't see that part. All we see is right. Come back a couple months later. See you for a couple days, don't see you for a couple weeks, then you back. Stay for a couple weeks, then you gone again. You come back, you're here for a couple more weeks, then you gone again. And it's not like it's a good thing when you're here. It's a good trip when you're here. So it's kind of scary when you are here. It's kind of worrisome. We don't know what be careful means, but we make sure we tell you every single day. We know she said, why she telling you be careful? What's that mean? Well, let me tell you too. I want you to come back every day in one piece too. Oh, you did something to yourself today. Let everybody in the house come together and fix it. I'm reading. We need to learn from these kids sometimes, but who want to hear me though? Oh yeah, my dad hear me. After 20 years, he hear me. He hear me. Let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Narcissistic, manipulative. I still wanted a dad. I did. And I was a lot older when it happened. Chill out, y'all. I was a lot older when it happened. So I understood what I was hearing. I was a very mature child. I was a very smart child. I don't know how. I don't know why. I started walking at 9 months on my own, tennis shoes on, 9 months old. I was a weird child. How do I know? There's pictures. I might have just been standing there in that picture, but unless everybody's sitting around lying and concocting the same stories, which can't put it past people, it is possible. But everybody's telling the same story. Actually, I will believe that I was walking at 9 months. Hush. And the reason I'm gonna believe it, my baby walked at 9 months. I mean, all the way around the room. Like, literally, all the way around the room. When people come in, she'll just stand there and look. So I'm pretty sure that could have been what happened when the camera flashed. But when people come in to see what's going on, when I tell people, look, 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 she stop and look at you. She don't move no more. She act like she can't walk. But as soon as you walk away and I turn around and start moving, here she come right behind me. And how she get all the way across the floor that fast? I ain't pick her up and put her back down. She ain't gonna let me put her back down if I pick her up. So, yeah. Chill out. Chill out. This moment, I'm getting all types of signs and things. There's definitely going to be a tomorrow. Maybe not for everybody, but for somebody, there's a tomorrow. I don't know if it's for me, but I know there's a tomorrow. And then I also feel like with all of this going on, we all get wiped out, which people sit up and tell me you can't think about stuff like that. But we right here in the wake of whatever this traumatic experience is. And you're going to tell me don't worry about what could happen. No, I'm not worried about it, but it's a possibility. We all need to be open to the suggestion. No, no. We all need to be open to the suggestion that there are possibilities. Like, if this could go this way, it could go that way. We could possibly have a plan in case it goes this way or this way, slightly that way, but we could work something out to make sure we don't go all the way that way. Like, you know, optimism. That's a word for you. I Google everything. Google optimism. Like, I'm feeling like, I don't know. I don't freaking know. Like, I had a really, really, really long little talk with myself this morning. Like, people tell you things happen for a reason, and I feel like previously I heard, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, it's something about Pisces. It might be something about a whole lot of different people. I'm not certain. But it's something about Pisces. And let's just talk about how I'm not going to say I can see the future. I'm not going to say that I have, I don't know, call it what you like. Maybe one of y'all can tell me what I can call this. But I feel like um, on November, I will look up the post and tell you a definite date in a later video. But in November, maybe November 9th, something like that, power was up. And I knew my subscription was running out. And it was just like, I'm looking at the last 3 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I really don't want to pay for a whole nother season. Whenever this comes back out, I canceled it. Actually, it wasn't running out. I had to cancel it because I only watch Power on Stars. I don't watch anything else. I don't like the cartoons and things. My kids don't watch it. They're not interested. So I canceled it. Okay. So I figured when it comes back, I could pay for the app again, but then I was like, I really, really, really don't want to for the long haul. What if it runs on forever? I don't be paying attention to how long stuff like that runs because I like to be surprised when it's over. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been guessing storylines and stuff lately, and they coming true. So in this case, in the case of Power, I said, anybody want to place a bet? Hashtag Tariq. I had no freaking clue. All of these people, the whole city could have been gunning for him. It could have been anybody. Anybody at all. But I was figuring, had to be Tariq. And I mean, I wasn't even, like, yeah, I pay attention and all of that good stuff. I had to run it back a few times. I think he and I were sitting around talking about it, and it's just like, I was like, Tariq did it. Like, it with the way my life is lining up and the things that was going on in my life right then and there, it was like I was turning to Power. I was rerunning Power back to back to back, like just watching it just to escape from life real quick. Like, as soon as I put the kids to bed, I was escaping. Like, I was running away from life. And it was like, I was just like, who would get away with it? Like, no, I'm not saying he's gonna get away with it, but who would God, you know what I'm saying? Not forgive or overlook, but who would make more sense in the eyes of the Lord? And I've been living my life a lot like, since I was a kid, I've been thinking about this thing, and it's like, I can't judge nobody. And I've been thinking, like, I want to be like Jesus. I want to be just like Jesus. Like, I've wanted to be somebody for so long. And Jesus is the person to be. That's who I want to live my life like. Like, I'm not judging you because I don't need him to judge me when I get there for whatever I might have done that he don't find favorable. It does not matter. Having 3 kids when maybe he maybe all of this was because he told me just one. I don't know, but I pressed 3. I don't know. Like, but I have wanted to be more like Jesus. Like, I'm gonna accept this punishment because if it wasn't me, it would be somebody else. You know, I'd rather it be me because I know I can handle it. I might talk a little crazy sometimes, but I'm gonna be alright in the long run. Like, I might cry a little bit and all that, but that's because I have a heart and I have feelings. I wish I didn't. I really do, because while I'm sitting here about to cry right now, I'm just like, I'm not even so much hurt no more. I'm more like, I'm scared for you. I feel sorry for you. Like, whatever they did to you, you're gonna be punished for what you're doing. Like, you're gonna let somebody else's shortcomings, wrongdoings, somebody else's lapse of judgment dictate who you are and what you do to someone else, and be someone else's belong to you. So, like, what my point is I've been living my life a lot like this right here. I don't know how favorable it is in the eyes of the Lord. I can't read the whole Bible in a couple of days, so that's not something I'm trying to do. But here's the kicker. My family is mine to keep, to have, to hold, to own, to talk to not talk to love, to not mistreat. But say for some reason I do mistreat my family. Not my children, my family, my mother, my grandmother, my brother, my sister, my aunts, my uncles, cousins, those folks. Say I do, like, not mistreat them, but say some unfavorable words to them. Say I do, okay? I expect them to say some unfavorable words back. We might go back and forth. We might stop speaking for a good little while. Stop. Stop. We might stop speaking for a nice little while and all that good stuff. But you're mine and I'm yours. So anytime you need me, that trumps whatever this is, whatever. I expect my family to tell me if I'm showing signs that I'm not doing something right, especially something that can get me in trouble in the eyes of the law. If I'm doing something to harm someone else, what is family for? What do you have a family for? There to lead, to guide, to help, to hold, to have your back in case you need them. Now, once you get grown, it's time for you to stand on your own 2 feet, go find your own, establish your own, everything that you had with them. You need to replace, so to speak, them. Not, you can't replace a brother, sister, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, and all of that. I'm saying you need to go have your own family and go home to them. That type stuff. Like all these people out here, y'all getting divorces and moving on and misconstruing and y'all fucking up these kids and you leaving them by the wayside, and then you turn around and say, well, I don't have nothing to do with what they're doing. You're having everything to do with what they're doing. What the fuck are you saying? You the reason they out here doing what they doing. My kids slip up and say a couple cuss words. Can I get mad? No. Why? Because I cuss like a sailor. I'm out here carrying people's groceries to their front doors for them. Do I expect my kids to say hello to strangers and carry groceries to front doors? Yes. Why? Because I'm out here talking to strangers and carrying their groceries to front doors. You are what you breed. You are what you eat. Birds of a feather flock together. I'm just not one of those birds that follow the flock. I'm that bird. I'm that bird. I don't know why we talking about birds, but I'm her. I'm the one that I might not be the male bird's not interested in what I'm talking about because I'm talking about some female bird stuff. Now I do speak in a whole lot of riddles and circles and all that good stuff. I promise you you'll be able to put it together if you want to follow the storyline. If you just needing something to do. You feel like helping me with my child support. Like that's what I'm doing it for because everything I do is for the kids. And the whole fact of the matter is my dream was to, yeah, I had to send them away because they're doing three most right now. They're not trying to listen. So my point was, you have to expect your kids to do what they see you do. And while I'm trying hard to show a person that your actions are being reflected, almost immediately, it still wasn't sinking in. Like, it sounds bad, but while no, I did not want to leave him because I'm not a quitter. I'm not one of those people that, oh, this is just not working. I just cannot do this. No, negative. Get the fuck out. Next, please. Find me a new man. I'm just not one of those people. I'm one of those people that's just like, listen, you can't be talking to me like that. Like, I don't talk to you like that. Come again, say what? I'm not one of those folk that you can just walk all over and throw down in the ground and feel like it's going to be okay tomorrow. And we're not going to have to ever talk about it and address this situation because, no, sir, I'm needing to understand why you feel so bad about yourself that you put your hands on me. Because when I met you, you were way up here. You were so high, so mighty, so everything in the world. And now I'm understanding why you were so high, so mighty, all of that. But you not understanding that I believed it and I trusted it and I wanted you to stay up there. I wanted you to be up there. Even though I knew I'm not stupid. I can see. I knew. We young. We not there today. But we gonna get there. Cause I'm damn sure gonna get there. I'm damn sure gonna be everything in the world that I want to be. I'm surely, even if it's not meant for me to have it, it's meant for me to try it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however the freak long God says try it. Until he tell me, yeah, I need you over here. I got something different, some a little bit more, a little bit better. Because you don't downgrade until you start stacking up against what you being told to do. When you start stacking up against what's right, when you start, I mean, and you're not gonna tell me, you're not gonna make me believe, no, no way, not ever, never, no. You're not gonna make me believe that God told him to do me the way he did me. You'll never convince me. You will not ever. Let me not say never, because that's another thing I usually don't do. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. And I don't say never because I mean what I say and I try to say everything that I mean. Like when I say, feel how you feel how you feel, because I feel how I feel. And which one of you give a damn? Which one of you folks out there give a damn that I feel the way I feel about this situation? Which one of you folks out there give a damn that I'm one of them people to address my situation because I need better for tomorrow? I need my children to know, I don't lay down, roll over, and cower. I do not lay down and die for nobody, for nothing. I wish I could for a couple of people, just a couple, just to prove a point. That's the only reason. The only reason. I'm not ready to die yet because I need to see my children live happy, healthy, prosperous lives. I got 3 of them. And I even want to see little baby on her wedding day. And you know, girls is having to take the longest haul to find Mr. It's the one I can't live without. Now, story time for another day. I don't believe, I don't believe things in my life happen to chance. Like I don't leave too much to chance. I don't believe in too many coinky dinks, the right place, right time, that type stuff. I don't. I only believe that God. Well, I don't know. You can't have a testimony without a test. I believe that much, point blank, period. And I believe that there's always a punishment, whether you used to punishment or not. And I don't understand how so many people stray so far from the Bible. Pick up a Bible. I don't care what religion you choose. Pick up a Bible and read it. Like some people don't want to be religious at all. You folks believe what you want to believe. That's on you. That's your business. I don't care. But for you folks that's out here lost and wondering why is my life going the way it's going, or you folks that's out here professing to follow the Lord, the same Lord that I serve, the same God, Jesus Christ and God that I serve, God don't like ugly. And I don't know who you living your life by right now, who you trying to impress. You sold your soul to the devil. I don't know how you do none of that. I don't know how that work. I promise I don't. I done heard it, but only in movies. I was thinking it was a joke when you said it, but now with the devilish ways that you just did your own daughters, your own son, and there's another one out here that you just let walk out of your life. I'm sorry. And this ain't no tell all. This is my motherfucking story to tell. I can tell what I want to tell about myself. So don't get angry. Don't try to get angry now because point blank period. You knew I was gonna have to do something. I started this too long ago, and I don't like to start stuff and not finish it. I'm not that person. I don't like starting stuff and not finishing it. I don't have too many too many friends and things, so I gotta talk to somebody. But my whole thing is don't come for me unless do not come for me unless you got some proof. Period. Now, you don't want to know what I got. You don't want to know. You don't want to know what kind. You don't know how much. You don't know how long it took me to acquire it. You don't want to know how many words I know. You don't want to know how many people I know. You do not want to know what I have been suppressing and for how long. You don't want to know. So let's just leave it where it's at. Let's get our happy little lives and move on with them. Just like you leaving that girl alone, you're going to leave that girl alone. Same way you leaving me alone, the same way you don't give a damn about how these kids over here surviving, the same way you don't give a flying fuck. Got the same phone number I had 2, 3 weeks ago when y'all was hitting my line. Same number. Same number, boo. Same number. All of you. Don't come for me. And the worst thing you could have done was tell me to know my worth. It's the worst thing you could have done. Now, I understand that we want females to know that they're worth more. But for people that's preaching that the men in their family is the all in all, the men in their family is everything, why don't we try honestly teaching someone their worth? Not just us females. How about we teach our family, ourselves? How about we teach everyone that we all got a worth? We all have a purpose. We're all here for some reason. And the better you do your job, or we preaching just to not care. We don't care whether we go to heaven or hell. We don't care. We be dead anyway, right? Or are we teaching our kids to not believe? I'm confused because I thought we was growing up in a church. I don't know. I'm just a little confused. I don't know. I'm gonna let that go. But anyway, either way it go, I'm just saying I'm gonna need my son to know that he has worth too. His purpose is just as great as any of my daughters. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, I'm not saying that my family's right, and my family's not saying that they were always right. That's number one. When we can admit that we were wrong, when we can admit that we learned this from someone else and applied it in the wrong sense, and it might have been right at the time. What we did in our time, how I did something, might not have looked okay to you. It, we can't apologize to our kids. Like, this stuff is so fucking personal. We can't apologize to our own kids. I'm wrong for telling my daughter I'm sorry. Now, as parents, sometimes we quick to discipline. We quick to act. We quick to let our kid know, no, ma'am, it's not going down. And being so quick one day, I was wrong. I was dead wrong. I smacked her butt, and her feelings was hurt. At this point, she does have feelings. She does know. Um, People standing here watching, and you just smacked me for something I didn't do. Embarrassed, absolutely. So yes, I absolutely apologize because I need for your heart to not be broken and hurt because not only because I hit you, I don't expect no kid to be crying because I hit them and they telling me she was big enough to explain to me that it was not her. And everybody else explained to me that it was not her. But I couldn't explain to someone else that it was not her. They telling me it didn't matter, you the parent. And I'm just like, it does matter. I'm absolutely a parent. You're right. But it most definitely matters that her feelings is hurt because I was wrong. No, no snack. Go sit down and watch TV. No, here. You want a cookie? Huh? Okay, you can have a snack when I come downstairs in a minute. Go sit down and watch TV. Like, I've been rambling. But of course, that's the point of all my videos and things. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm like, go now. See ya. I cannot concentrate with so much going on. Like, about a year ago, I had them to the point where they could go in their room, play, chill, leave me alone for hours. Like, I had to set a mirror up in the hallway so I wasn't bothering them neither because every time I pop my head around the corner, they get to bothering each other and wanting to hurt each other and all that great stuff. And I couldn't deal with that. So I put a mirror up in the hallway. And once I stopped going around that corner messing with them, you better bet they stopped messing with each other. And I was just like, dang, okay. And then, of course, I, thinking about self, didn't even think about the fact that they were comfortable. They were already used to things. I just needed, I guess, to break it to him. Like, you just tell him, your kids is already comfortable. I don't know what else to tell you. And you make a selfish decision and decide you're gonna walk out on people and we gotta keep living without you and move on and stuff. That's just what you get. Like, I warned you. My dad, who did the same thing as you, warned you. Like, I mean, I understand you can't just turn around and change your actions overnight that make you seem like a sucker in some people's eyes. But you say you don't care what people think, and the people that you feeling like would consider you less of a person is the people that you really need to be not considering. These are the people you need to excommunicate. But you'll see when you got look when your kids own something, you gonna see. Yeah. When I say it might have took me forever to get my head together and realize my dad wish he could be half the person I am. He wish he could turn around and forgive a person as quick as I do. My dad wishes he was as good a man as my fucking brother. He wish he would have turned around and paid attention back then. Gave us a better chance at life because maybe we would have been a lot further. Maybe we would have been different people. But we are exactly who we were meant to be. And I was not put here for my own selfish purpose. Now, you got to realize, like, a whole lot of things that happen to me in life, I have to, I guess these things is going on in my life so I can pull somebody else through and tell them my story or whatever. Let somebody else know that it's going to be okay. Like, it happens to the best of us because for me to be somebody, if you out there watching this and not ever cheated on you, leave a comment. Ever, ever. And girl, you know who I'm talking about. When I left here and went away to college, we were not together. You don't count, and you know it. PZ, no. He don't need no chair. He needs to get on that couch and sit down. Yeah. So all my entire life since I moved in with my granny, I've been questioning why this, why that, how come this, how come that. But she's always told me it ain't about you. And it's never been about me. And I've never wanted it to be about me because Lord knows I do not like attention. I do sometimes in situations that are tense when it could be somebody else in a worse situation. That's the only time I like attention. When I feel like I could be helping somebody out of a situation, saving somebody, causing a distraction for somebody else to walk away, to take a breath, to realize that it's not that deep, anything. I'll help you out of a whole lot of different things. I'm that one. I'm there to help always. Doesn't matter. But otherwise, I don't want you looking at me. Don't look at me. Don't look for me. Run in the opposite direction. That type. So this rant is getting pretty long today. And the only reason I had to record you a new rant, and I'll probably give you my archives later on down the line because I got to figure out what the heck's going on with my phone so I can get them back. I don't know if they're stuck in my cloud, and with all of this going on, yes, I'm an essential employee, but I got kids and I got a life too, so I can't just be running around in the streets driving everybody everywhere. Like the hours is not like they were before. This whole Lyft situation is like it's really slow, and especially the hours that I'm available to drive, it's extra slow. So you having to understand, I got three babies at home. I can't be out here running people around town all day, especially here. Everything people wanting to go to, like if the ride is like a nice ride and it's going somewhere, you taking me 15, 20, 30 minutes away from home. So I'm like, I can't drive at certain times of the day because now I'm having extra limited help at home. And it's not like I'm leaving my kids at home with my sister or their dad. I'm leaving them at home with my granny. So yeah, I'm taking all the risk. CBD. I'm taking all the risk running around and coming back home to a 9 month old. She'll be 9 months old tomorrow. I'm coming home to a 9 month old, a 3 or 4 year old, and a 70-year old. Sounds smart to you? I think not, but I don't have no choice. I don't have no help. Bills is coming. They're about to try to turn my phone off, and I need my phone. So that means I got to go to work. Like, we're not eating out. Like, I have been supporting a whole bunch of people. I have. Don't get me wrong. Because that's just me. They said we need to support these businesses so that people ain't going under. Some of these restaurants, yeah, I'm gonna miss these restaurants if something should happen and we ain't got restaurants no more. I'm gonna miss them. So yeah, Kari, go in your room. Now, All right, so yeah, like I'm saying, I'm an essential employee, but this whole having to go to work ordeal, and I'm not even like really making enough money to even, like, when I first started, I made enough money in my first 2 3 days to pay all my bills. Period. Now it's like I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to work for 3 months to pay my bills. And yeah, I know if you stop smoking, yeah, I've already decided I have to stop smoking. I have to stop smoking everything that I smoke, which isn't much. I smoke CBD because life is fucking crushing me, and I need to go to a therapist, but I really don't even want to waste the time trying to juggle my busy life around a therapist for me and a therapist for the kids unless we can get a group therapy session, all of us together, which I'm not even concerned with me. Like, I will be fine. I need my kids to be okay because I'm not the type of person. It didn't matter how bad the situation got for me. I didn't want my dad to not be a part of my life. I still wanted him to be a father. I still wanted him. Even once I came into the knowledge of this is who he is, this is what he did to me, this is how it went, I still wanted him around. Like, maybe it was selfish. Maybe I felt like I could use him. Like, I felt maybe like friendship type situation. Take me places, let me borrow money. Um, he helped me work on my car. Um, that was it. He bought me breakfast, took me to school, and helped me work on my car. When I started college, he took me back and forth to college every day because I didn't want to ride the bus. I've always been a bougie little butthole. I used to love riding the bus, but then once it got to, I had to get up so early to get on the bus to get to school on time. I was, woo, you gotta get up out your bed and come get me. And then I started working at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, I used to milk that. Come get me. I'm definitely not waiting on no bus. I'm not waiting on nobody else to come get me. He used to be sitting outside waiting on me to come get in the car every day. And I was like, this is what dads are supposed to do. This is what a dad is for. And it was like, of course, it still took us a few more years to get it together. Now it's like, he apologized. He wants a relationship. And I put so much work into us having a relationship so many years ago. And it didn't work out for me. So I'm like, now, if people want a relationship with me, you got to do that leg work. I'm not doing it no more. Like, as long as it took me to feel like I proved to people that I was worthy of being a part of their lives, and they still deem me unworthy, they still put me out of their lives, I don't feel like it's my part anymore to show anybody anything. So people feel like I'm giving them my ass to kiss. Hand it here so I can open it. See what I'm saying? I can't even sit with my thoughts for long because I can't be alone. And I need you to get out of here. Drink this so you can get out. Drink it so you can get out. Thank you. Come on. Like, I cannot. And then I feel like I want my kids to have the armor of God, of course, but I also need them to be armored with knowledge to know this is what's going to happen. We have to expect it. We cannot be upset when it happens. Like, you have to accept with open arms. Like, I'm not gonna force them after they get to the point they make up their mind for themselves. That's on them. But for right now, I do need them to have stability. I need them to have a stable couple of people in their corner that they can express themselves to. Like, I felt very comfortable with a therapist, and this person is like an angel to me. Like, every time I'm in such desperation, every time my heart is in such turmoil, his mere presence, and I mean literally walk past the car I'm sitting in, and I immediately feel like this is so much better. Immediately, I feel like, what a relief. And I'm gonna explain to you. I mentioned him to, who. I mentioned him, and maybe 3 days later, I bump into him and I introduce them, and it's just like, I don't know. It was just weird. And then, like, usually it takes me years to see this person again. And this time, in a couple of months, I needed another sign. I needed another virtual hug. I needed presence. I needed a guardian angel. I needed something. I needed somebody. I needed a sign. I needed anything. Just something to let me know that I'm still gonna be okay. And I promise you, I'm sitting in the car in my feelings. And this is before he left me. I'm sitting in the car in my feelings. And I'm just like praying my butt off. I will pray you to life. Like, pray my butt off. And it was like, I drive for Lyft. So I had my Lyft on and I'm praying, like, just send me a couple of rides, send me a sign, send me a, I'm okay, please, Lord, please. And he walked right past me. And it was like God told me don't get out the car. And I wasn't about to listen. I was about to get out the car anyway. And he told me again, don't get out the car. And then he sent me a ride so that I would not get out that car because it was not meant for me to say anything to him at that point. It was meant for me to just, you all right? Just like this with the power situation that I was just explaining to you a little minute ago. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm a little scared. Like, I'm not going to be too scared for too long because what's meant for me is for me. What's not meant for me is not for me. And everything that has happened to me, I'm ready. Like, bring it on. Whatever else you got, bring it on. But I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like, then hit dislike. Let me know that you don't like these rants. I still need to get some more things off my chest. I'm still going to have to pour out some more content. If you feel like following, I will soon tell you the steps. The first step is admit it. And I have admitted to all of my wrongdoings. I have admitted that this is my fault, my children's lives, the turmoil, all of this. I accepted it. I accepted it for far too long when I was told a long time ago, you got to let go. If you love somebody, you let them go. And I love with all my heart, with everything I got. And I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to give up on anybody. Like, I'm not that person. If you express to me that you want help, I'm here. He said he wanted to change. He said he couldn't do it overnight. He said he couldn't do it today. And I accepted that. But when it comes to you can't accept my opinion, you can't accept me as a person, we have to draw a line. So this is not I hate anybody. This is no hatred. I have no hate in my heart. I just hate the way you let this stack up against you. I hate the way you picked and chose and instead of looking at the facts for what they were. That part I can't control. So with that being said, I'll be back. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please comment. Let me know that you've been through the same thing. Let me know that you're okay. Let me know that you're going through it so we can walk through this together. Because I hate being alone. But I'd rather trust a bunch of strangers that I don't have to meet, that I don't have to worry about being shysty and being in my face with all of their messiness and neglect and all of that, because I do have neglect issues and I hate when someone leaves me. So if you virtually leave me, I can't be upset about that. But I love you. And this is Juicy Lucy 2.0. I'm out.